It's 3-ingredient holiday food hacks. You know how sometimes you're shopping for the holidays and you're going through the grocery store and you're like, I think I need a second cart. This is not that year. This year, 3 ingredients. It's gonna be insane. We're gonna do a potato gratin. Potatoes, cream, and Parmesan cheese. Hello? 3-ingredient holiday? I'm in, are you? First thing you gotta do, you gotta peel the potatoes. Can you believe you're watching a video about how to peel a potato? If you have any sort of device that slices potatoes, now is the time to use it. A food processor with a slicing attachment, or if you have a mandolin, use it. Here we go. Potatoes are relatively inexpensive. Hands are not. Stop when the potato gets pretty small. And look at how thin a mandolin gets a potato. This is what's gonna make a fantastic gratin. I'm keeping the potatoes in water just to keep them from browning. You don't have to do this, but it's just easy. Okay, so you wanna get a baking pan and just put some cooking spray in the bottom. This is just olive oil in a spray can. And start layering your potatoes right at the bottom. You can overlap them so that they form a perfect layer. Not a perfect layer, nothing's perfect at the bottom, but do make sure that they sort of cover that bottom. So when you get one layer, you're gonna take some cream. So you wanna drizzle a really thin layer of cream over the top. Now it doesn't have to be absolutely even. You just want to get a really thin layer on top. And a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese. And when you're done with that, again, not too much because you're going to be doing this on every single layer, and then a little sprinkle of kosher salt. And then you're going to do it all over again. It's very methodical. That's why this is a great thing to get kids involved in too. I mean, once you get the mandolin out of the way or the food processor, you know, kids plus sharp objects equals emergency room. You definitely can get kids involved in this once you get the knives out of the way. All right, now we're going for the thin layer of cream. And I use heavy cream because, you know, it's the holidays. There are many times of the year to not use heavy cream. This is not one of them. Parmesan cheese and salt. Over and over again, I'm doing a layer of potatoes, a thin drizzle of heavy cream, and a sprinkle of Parmesan, and then a teeny little bit of salt. That's it. Every single time, over and over again, until I'm out of potatoes. You will not fill this pan. It should not be completely full. So you want to finish with a layer of cream, but don't put the cheese on top because we're going to bake it now and you don't want the cheese to get too brown. So I'm going to cover it with foil to keep it nice and moist and keep all that creamy goodness inside, and bake it for about 20 minutes. So let's put it in the oven. Here's the wild and crazy part. We're gonna take this gratin and we're gonna make shapes out of it. You know how? Cookie cutters. You thought that cookie cutters could only do one thing, cut cookies? No way, it can cut anything. Here's what we're gonna do. Snowflake, it's time. It's time. It's time to cut a snowflake. Here we go. We got a snowflake. Oh yeah. Oh, a little bit came overboard. That's all right. Look at that. All right, let's put them out on our plate. You just got to push them out. And here's the thing. You could serve just like, you know, a piece of steak or a piece of turkey or whatever on the side and serve one of these, and it would be a really special dinner. Ah, there's your snowflake potato. Here we go. Now we've got a tree coming. There we go, there's a tree. How about a candy cane? Savory candy cane. There you go. Oh my gosh, you guys, come on. Gorgeous.